today marks the beginning of our exploration into the vibrant, complex, and often enigmatic world of religion. In this introductory lecture, I want to lay a foundation that underscores why the study of religion is not merely an academic pursuit, but a critical endeavor for anyone seeking to understand the human condition. At its core, religion is a fundamental aspect of human experience. From the cave paintings of our ancestors to the soaring cathedrals of Europe, from the ancient Vedas to the modern-day mosques, religion has consistently manifested itself across cultures and time periods. It is woven into the very fabric of human society, shaping art, literature, law, and social structures in ways that are both profound and pervasive. Think for a moment about the art that moves you, the literature that challenges you, the laws that govern you, and the social norms that shape your daily interactions. In almost every instance, you will find that religion, either explicitly or implicitly, has played a significant role. The myths and legends that have captured our imaginations, the ethical principles that guide our actions, the rituals and ceremonies that mark life's major milestones, all bear the indelible imprint of religious thought and practice. Religion's influence transcends cultural boundaries. It is not confined to any single region, nation, or ethnic group. Rather, it is a global phenomenon that has shaped the world around us in countless ways. From the spread of Buddhism along the Silk Road to the impact of Christianity on the development of the Western world, from the role of Islam in the golden age of Islamic civilization to the influence of indigenous spiritualities on environmental conservation, religion has been a driving force in human history. Therefore, studying religion broadens our understanding of humanity and the complexities of the human condition. It allows us to peer into the minds and hearts of people from different cultures, backgrounds, and eras. It enables us to appreciate the diversity of human experience and to recognize the common threads that bind us together. Furthermore, the study of religion fosters empathy. By engaging with the beliefs, values, and practices of others, we cultivate a deeper sense of understanding and compassion. We learn to appreciate the perspectives of those who may hold different worldviews, and we develop the ability to engage in meaningful dialogue across cultural and religious divides. This is particularly crucial in our increasingly interconnected world, where encounters with difference are becoming more frequent and more consequential. Critical thinking is another essential skill that the study of religion cultivates. When we examine religious texts, traditions, and institutions, we are compelled to analyze, evaluate, and interpret information from multiple perspectives. We learn to identify biases, challenge assumptions, and construct reasoned arguments. These are invaluable skills that can be applied to a wide range of academic and professional pursuits. Ultimately, the study of religion helps us develop a more nuanced worldview. It allows us to move beyond simplistic binaries and to appreciate the complexities and contradictions that characterize human life. It challenges us to question our own beliefs and values, to confront our own prejudices and biases, and to cultivate a more inclusive and informed perspective. In this course, we will explore the history, beliefs, and practices of diverse religions from around the world. We will examine the ways in which religion has shaped our shared past, present, and future. We will delve into the ethical, social, and political dimensions of religious life, and we will strive to understand the profound ways in which religion continues to shape the human experience. As we embark on this journey, I encourage you to approach the study of religion with an open mind, a critical eye, and a spirit of curiosity. Let us work together to unravel the mysteries of faith, to appreciate the diversity of human expression, and to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Thank you, and welcome to the course. We delve into the rich and intricate tapestry of religious traditions that shape our world. Understanding different faiths is pivotal, not only for grasping the diversity of human belief, but also for appreciating the myriad ways in which these beliefs inform our cultures, societies, and individual lives. Abrahamic faiths. To begin, we will explore the Abrahamic faiths, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. These three religions share a profound connection. tracing their origins to the patriarch Abraham, and maintain a common lineage that has significantly impacted human history. At the heart of these faiths lies the principle of monotheism, the belief in a single, all-powerful God who is both transcendent and immanent in the world. This foundational concept is accompanied by the idea of divine revelation, a belief that God has communicated his will and guidance to humanity through sacred texts and prophets. In Judaism, this revelation is encapsulated in the Torah, while Christianity centers on the teachings of Jesus and the New Testament, and Islam draws upon the revelations received by the Prophet Muhammad as recorded in the Quran. Ethical principles also play a crucial role in the Abrahamic faiths, emphasizing the importance of moral conduct, compassion, and justice. For example, the Ten Commandments in Judaism, the teachings of Jesus regarding love and forgiveness in Christianity, and the five pillars of Islam that guide ethical behavior underscore the transformative power these religions have wielded in shaping moral paradigms and social progress throughout Western civilization. The influence of the Abrahamic faiths extends far beyond doctrine. They have shaped societal norms, artistic expressions, political ideologies, and even legal systems across various cultures. Today, they remain a vital force, nurturing the spirituality and guiding the moral compass of millions worldwide. Eastern religions. Moving beyond the Abrahamic traditions, we turn our attention to Eastern religions, specifically Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. These spiritual paths present unique perspectives on life's most profound questions, those relating to reality, existence, and the pursuit of enlightenment. Hinduism, one of the world's oldest religions, posits a vast and complex understanding of the divine, encompassing numerous gods and goddesses. Central tenets include the concepts of dharma, duty, karma, the law of cause and effect, and moksha, liberation. The sacred texts of Hinduism, including the Vedas and Upanishads, provide profound insights into the nature of reality and the self. Buddhism, emerging from the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, emphasizes the transient nature of existence and the possibility of achieving enlightenment through the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Concepts like mindfulness and meditation encourage practitioners to cultivate awareness and compassion, driving change both within themselves and in the wider world. Taoism, rooted in Chinese philosophy, offers a different take, focusing on living in harmony with the Tao, or the Way. The teachings of Laozi and Zhuangzi emphasize balance, the interconnectedness of all things, and a deep reverence for nature. By embracing simplicity and spontaneity, followers seek to align themselves with the rhythms of the universe. Together, these Eastern religions have significantly influenced philosophical thought, artistic expression, and cultural practices for millennia, providing invaluable frameworks for understanding the self in relation to the universe. Indigenous religions. Lastly, we examine indigenous religions, a category that encompasses a vast diversity of spiritual beliefs and practices rooted in the histories and cultures of indigenous peoples around the globe. These religions typically express a deep reverence for nature, ancestors, and sacred traditions, reflecting an understanding of humanity's integral place within the cosmos. Often characterized by animism, a belief that spiritual essence resides in all elements of the natural world. Indigenous religions promote a profound connection to the land and its resources, underscoring the importance of stewardship and responsibility toward the environment. Rituals and ceremonies, often rich in symbolism and deeply intertwined with the cycles of nature, serve to honor ancestors and bind communities together. The transmission of knowledge in indigenous religions is typically oral, with sacred stories, songs, and practices passed down through generations. This oral tradition fosters a sense of identity, connection, and continuity, reminding practitioners of their role within the broader tapestry of life. Indigenous religions also remind us of the diversity of beliefs and practices that exist alongside more prominent global faiths. They challenge us to cultivate a sense of respect and understanding for the spiritual perspectives that have sustained communities for centuries, often in the face of significant challenges. In conclusion, understanding different faiths is essential for fostering empathy, appreciation, and dialogue in an increasingly interconnected world. By exploring the unique tenets, practices, histories, and cultural contributions of the Abrahamic faiths, Eastern religions, and indigenous belief systems, we gain valuable insights into the complexities of human experience and our shared journey. As we progress through this course, I encourage you to reflect on the wonders of these diverse traditions, embrace the questions they provoke, and open your hearts and minds to the beauty of religious thought. From the earliest civilizations to modern times, religion has undeniably played a critical role in shaping societies, cultures, and political landscapes. Let's dive into each era and examine how religion has intertwined with human experience. To begin our journey, we turn to ancient civilizations, where we find that religion served as a cornerstone for social cohesion and governance. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, built their society around a rich tapestry of religious beliefs. The belief in gods such as Ra and Osiris influenced everything from the design of monumental architecture, like the pyramids, to daily life, rituals, and the political hierarchy. Pharaohs were often considered divine or semi-divine figures. Moving to Mesopotamia, we see similar patterns. The Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians placed great emphasis on their pantheon of gods, with temples and ziggurats serving both as places of worship and centers of administrative power. Religion provided a framework for understanding natural phenomena, societal organization, and morality. In the classical age, the Greeks and Romans further exemplified the interplay between religion and society. Greek mythology, with its pantheon of deities, not only influenced literature and art, but also connected to civic life, with festivals and rituals integral to city-state identity. In Rome, the state religion was closely tied to politics, and imperial cults emerged, emphasizing the worship of emperors as divine figures. Overall, religion in these ancient civilizations offered purpose, order, and a sense of belonging in a rapidly changing world. As we transition into the medieval period, we witness the ascendancy of Christianity in Europe following the decline of the Roman Empire. Christianity shaped social, political, and cultural life, becoming a unifying force across diverse regions. The construction of grand cathedrals like Notre Dame and St. Wow. Peter's Basilica not only served religious purposes, but also manifested the power and influence of the church in society. This period also saw the advent of monasticism, which preserved knowledge through scriptoria and maintained education and literacy. The church also played a critical role in law and governance, with canon law influencing secular legal systems and providing moral frameworks for communities. Simultaneously, the rise of Islam during this era transformed the Middle East and North Africa. The establishment of the caliphates led to significant advancements in various fields, including science, mathematics, and philosophy. Islamic architecture, as seen in the Alhambra and mosques, reflects the integration of faith and artistry that characterizes this period. Religion also became a source of conflict, exemplified by the Crusades, where religious motivations intersected with political ambitions. This complex interplay of faith and power significantly shaped the cultural identity of various regions, influencing artistic expression, social norms, and global interactions. In the modern era, the role of religion continues to evolve, wielding considerable influence over global events and societal movements. Religious beliefs have shaped political ideologies and social justice initiatives, often acting as a catalyst for change. For instance, the American Civil Rights Movement was deeply rooted in religious conviction, with leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. drawing upon Christian principles of justice and equality to inspire action. Similarly, the Arab Spring, which saw widespread protests and movements for political reform across the Middle East and North Africa, often invoked religious sentiments and identities. Many activists leverage their faith to call for justice, dignity, and human rights, illustrating how religion can both unify communities and galvanize political change. In our contemporary global landscape, conflicts arising from religious differences, such as sectarian violence and fundamentalism, remind us that religion can be both a source of inspiration and division. Yet, it also remains a powerful tool for social cohesion and activism, with interfaith dialogues and movements advocating for peace and understanding across religious divides. In conclusion, the role of religion in history is multifaceted and profound. From ancient civilizations to the modern world, religion has shaped social structures, political systems, and cultural identities in ways that continue to resonate today. It offers a lens through which we can understand not only the past, but also the complexities of the contemporary world. As we continue our study, I encourage you to reflect on the ways in which religion has influenced your own lives and the societies around you. Let's engage in thoughtful discussions, explore various perspectives, and appreciate the richness of human experience that religion represents. Each of these religions offers unique insights into the human experience, providing frameworks for understanding life, meaning, and purpose. We will delve into the core beliefs, practices, and historical contexts of Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism. Let's begin. We Judaism, one of the oldest monotheistic religions, traces its roots back over 3,000 years. At the heart of Judaism is the concept of the covenant, a sacred agreement between God and the Jewish people, beginning with Abraham. This covenant emphasizes that God has chosen the Jewish people for a special relationship, tasking them with upholding moral and ethical standards. The Torah, or the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Pentateuch, holds immense significance in Judaism. It contains the foundational laws, narratives, and teachings that guide Jewish life. In addition to the Torah, the Hebrew Bible includes the Nevi'im, prophets, and Ketuvim, writings, which further enrich Jewish tradition. Key practices in Judaism include observing the Sabbath, celebrating religious holidays such as Passover and Yom Kippur, and following dietary laws known as kosher. These practices serve to connect Jews to their heritage and to each other, fostering a sense of community and continuity across generations. Jewish identity is often passed down through matrilineal descent, and adherence to Jewish law and customs is central to religious life. Synagogues serve as community centers for prayer, study, and social gatherings. Rabbis, as learned teachers and spiritual leaders, provide guidance and interpretation of Jewish law and tradition. Christianity, originating in the 1st century CE, is based on the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth, whom Christians believe to be the Son of God and the Messiah. The central themes of Christianity include love, forgiveness, and salvation through faith in Jesus Christ. The Christian Bible, comprising the Old Testament, which largely overlaps with the Hebrew Bible, and the New Testament, serves as the primary source of Christian doctrine. The New Testament contains accounts of Jesus' life, teachings, death, and resurrection, as well as letters written by early Christian leaders. Christianity encompasses a diverse array of denominations, each with unique interpretations and practices. Catholicism, Protestantism, and Eastern Orthodoxy represent major branches within Christianity, each with distinct theological emphases and liturgical traditions. Key practices in Christianity include baptism, communion, also known as the Eucharist, prayer, and worship services. Christians believe that Jesus' sacrifice on the cross atoned for the sins of humanity, offering the possibility of eternal life. Christian values emphasize compassion, service to others, and spreading the message of love and redemption. Islam, the youngest of the Abrahamic religions, emerged in the 7th century CE with the Prophet Muhammad, whom Muslims believe to be the final prophet in a line of prophets that includes Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. The central tenet of Islam is Tawhid, the belief in one God, Allah, who is all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-merciful. The Quran, believed by Muslims to be the direct word of God as revealed to Muhammad, is the holy book of Islam. It provides guidance on all aspects of life, including worship, ethics, and social conduct. The 5 pillars of Islam are the foundational practices of the faith: Shahada, declaration of faith; Salat, prayer; Zakat, charity; Saum, fasting during Ramadan; and Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca. These pillars serve as the framework for Muslim life, shaping daily routines, ethical behavior, and community interactions. Mosques serve as places of worship, community centers, and venues for religious education. Imams, as religious leaders, guide prayers and provide sermons based on Islamic teachings. Islam emphasizes submission to God's will, compassion for others, and the pursuit of justice and peace. Hinduism, one of the world's oldest and most complex religions, originated in the Indian subcontinent thousands of years ago. Unlike many other religions with a single founder or scripture, Hinduism encompasses a vast array of beliefs, practices, and philosophical traditions. Central to Hinduism is the concept of dharma, duty, karma, the law of cause and effect, and moksha, spiritual liberation. The cycle of reincarnation, samsara, is a key belief, with individuals undergoing multiple lifetimes to work through their karma and ultimately attain liberation. Hinduism features a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each representing different aspects of the divine. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are often regarded as the principal deities, representing creation, preservation, and destruction, respectively. The Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and Puranas are among the many sacred texts that guide Hindu thought and practice. Temples serve as places of worship and pilgrimage, and rituals such as puja, worship, yoga, and meditation are integral to Hindu spiritual practice. Hinduism promotes tolerance, nonviolence, ahimsa, and respect for all living beings. The caste system, while historically associated with Hinduism, is increasingly challenged and seen as incompatible with core Hindu values. In conclusion, each of these religious traditions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism, offers unique pathways to understanding the human experience and connecting with the divine. By exploring their core beliefs, practices, and historical contexts, we gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity of religious expression and the ways in which religion shapes our world. As we continue our exploration, I encourage you to engage with these traditions respectfully and critically. Let's learn from each other, challenge our assumptions, and cultivate a deeper understanding of the complexities and nuances of religious life. Today, we delve into the rich and vibrant topic of religious diversity, a defining feature of our modern world. As we navigate the complexities of global society, it is essential to understand the myriad faiths and beliefs that exist alongside one another, shaping our shared human experience. This lecture will explore the dimensions of global religious diversity, the importance of fostering respect and understanding, and the vital role of interfaith dialogue in promoting peace and cooperation among diverse communities. Religious diversity is a hallmark of human civilization. Across the globe, there are countless faiths and denominations, each with unique beliefs, practices, rituals, and worldviews. From indigenous spiritualities that honor the land and ancestors to major world religions such as Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, the spectrum of religious expression is rich and varied. In many regions, religious traditions coexist, often influencing each other and creating rich cultural tapestries. For instance, in India, the presence of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism reflects a profound intermingling of beliefs and practices. Similarly, in places like the Middle East, the interconnectedness of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam illustrates a shared historical and theological heritage. However, with such diversity also comes the potential for misunderstanding and conflict. As we engage with the varying beliefs and practices that populate our world, it is crucial to approach these differences with an open heart and an open mind. Acknowledging the complexity of religious identities allows us to appreciate the profound ways in which beliefs shape the lives of individuals and communities. Studying religion serves as a pathway toward fostering respect and understanding for different faiths. As we gain knowledge about varying beliefs, practices, and historical contexts, we challenge preconceived notions and prejudices that often arise from ignorance. In a world that frequently grapples with division, conflict, and intolerance, education becomes a powerful tool in promoting tolerance and understanding. By examining the core tenets of different religions, such as the emphasis on compassion in Buddhism, the call for justice in Judaism, the pursuit of peace in Islam, and the concept of love in Christianity, we discover shared values that transcend cultural and geographical boundaries. Through this understanding, we are better equipped to engage in meaningful conversations and to bridge divides. Embracing diversity encourages us not just to accept differences, but to celebrate them, acknowledging that our varied perspectives contribute to a more fuller understanding of human existence. Interfaith dialogue plays a crucial role in promoting peace and understanding between religious groups. It serves as a platform for individuals of different faiths to come together, share their beliefs, and discuss shared values. These dialogues can occur at various levels, locally, nationally, and globally, and can take many forms, from formal discussions to community events. One of the salient benefits of interfaith dialogue is its ability to facilitate communication and collaboration among diverse communities. By engaging in open conversations, participants can dispel myths, address misconceptions, and identify common ground. This process fosters a deeper understanding of one another's beliefs and creates opportunities for cooperation on social justice, humanitarian efforts, and community building. Significantly, interfaith initiatives often reflect the commitment to harmony and mutual respect. Examples abound. Organizations that bring together leaders of different faiths to address issues such as poverty, climate change, and human rights highlight how shared values can drive collective action. Moreover, interfaith dialogue can serve as a powerful antidote to extremism and division, emphasizing the importance of coexistence in an increasingly interconnected world. By promoting peace and understanding, these dialogues contribute to a culture of tolerance and acceptance, a necessity in today's pluralistic societies. In conclusion, religious diversity is a defining and enriching aspect of our global society. By approaching the study of different faiths with respect and understanding, we challenge prejudices and cultivate empathy towards one another. Interfaith dialogue stands as a vital mechanism for promoting harmony and cooperation among diverse communities, allowing us to recognize our shared humanity. As we continue our exploration of religious diversity, I encourage each of you to consider how you can contribute to a culture of understanding and respect. Let us embrace our differences and celebrate the rich tapestry of beliefs and practices that make up our world. Morality, the principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, or good and bad behavior, has been deeply intertwined with religious belief and practice throughout human history. This lecture will examine how religion often provides a framework for ethical decision making, serves as a moral compass guiding individual behavior, and significantly impacts social norms and institutions. Religion often provides a comprehensive framework for ethical decision making. Across various faiths, we find principles and values that guide individuals in their interactions with others and the world around them. These ethical guidelines serve as a foundation for moral behavior and help individuals navigate complex situations with integrity and purpose. In Christianity, for instance, the teachings of Jesus Christ emphasize love, compassion, and forgiveness. The Golden Rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, serves as a cornerstone of Christian ethics, guiding followers to treat others with kindness and empathy. Similarly, in Islam, ethical principles are deeply rooted in the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Concepts like justice, honesty, and compassion are central to Muslim ethics, as are the responsibilities to care for the poor and vulnerable. In Hinduism, dharma, or righteous conduct, forms the basis of ethical behavior. The Bhagavad Gita, a sacred text in Hinduism, explores the complexities of moral decision making and the importance of fulfilling one's duty with integrity. Likewise, Buddhism emphasizes the importance of ethical conduct through the Eightfold Path, which includes principles such as right speech, right action, and right livelihood. These guidelines aim to cultivate compassion, wisdom, and inner peace. Religious beliefs often serve as a moral compass, providing guidance on what is right and wrong and inspiring acts of compassion, charity, and justice. This moral compass helps individuals discern between ethical and unethical actions, promoting behaviors that contribute to the well being of others and society as a whole. Many religious traditions emphasize the importance of altruism and selfless service. In Judaism, the concept of tikkun olam, or repairing the world, encourages individuals to engage in acts of social justice and environmental stewardship. Similarly, in Sikhism, the concept of seva, or selfless service, is a central tenet, prompting followers to volunteer their time, resources, and energy to help those in need. Moreover, Religious beliefs often inspire acts of charity and compassion. Zakat, one of the five pillars of Islam, requires Muslims to give a portion of their wealth to the poor and needy, promoting economic justice and social welfare. Additionally, many faith-based organizations play a significant role in providing humanitarian aid to communities affected by poverty, disease, and natural disasters. These organizations are often motivated by religious values, such as compassion, empathy, and the belief in the inherent dignity of all human beings. Religion has a profound impact on social behavior, influencing laws, customs, and institutions. Religious values shape our understanding of family, community, and our role in society, impacting various aspects of social life. Many legal systems around the world have been influenced by religious principles. For example, the Ten Commandments, rooted in Jewish and Christian tradition, have informed legal codes related to justice, fairness, and respect for human life. Similarly, Islamic law, or Sharia, influences legal systems in many Muslim-majority countries, providing guidelines for matters ranging from family law to criminal justice. Religious values also shape social customs and norms. Many religious traditions emphasize the importance of family and community, promoting values such as loyalty, respect, and mutual support. Religious holidays and festivals often serve as occasions for families and communities to come together, celebrate their shared heritage, and strengthen social bonds. Furthermore, religious institutions often play a significant role in education, healthcare, and social welfare. Many schools, hospitals, and charitable organizations were founded and are operated by religious groups, providing essential services to communities around the world. In conclusion, the relationship between religion and morality is multifaceted and profound. Religion often provides a framework for ethical decision making, serves as a moral compass guiding individual behavior, and has a significant impact on social norms and institutions. As we continue our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on the ways in which religious beliefs and values shape your own understanding of morality. Let us engage in thoughtful discussions, challenge our assumptions, and appreciate the diverse ways in which religion contributes to ethical behavior and social well-being. As we explore the intricate relationships between faith and art, music, dance, and celebrations, we'll discover how religion shapes our understanding of the world and ourselves. Religious themes have inspired some of the most iconic works of art, literature, and music in human history. From the grandeur of the Sistine Chapel to the intricate beauty of Indian frescoes, religion has left an indelible mark on artistic expression. In Christianity, the story of Christ has been depicted in countless paintings, sculptures, and other forms of art. The Renaissance masterpieces of Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo are testaments to the enduring power of Christian themes. Similarly, Islamic art has produced some of the most exquisite examples of calligraphy, architecture, and decorative arts. The intricate patterns and geometric shapes that adorn mosques and palaces reflect the beauty and complexity of Islamic designs. In Buddhism, the depiction of the Buddha has evolved over time, reflecting the various cultural and artistic traditions that have influenced its development. From the serene smile of the Buddha in Japanese art to the more austere depictions in Tibetan Thangkas, Buddhist art has played a significant role in shaping our understanding of this profound faith. Religious music and dance rituals are integral parts of many faith traditions, serving as expressions of devotion, celebration, and connection to the divine. In many cultures, music and dance are used to convey emotions, tell stories, and honor the gods. In Hinduism, the kirtan tradition is a beautiful example of devotional music that expresses love and longing for the divine. Similarly, in Sufi Islam, music and dance are used to express spiritual love and ecstasy. In Christianity, Gregorian chant and hymns have been an integral part of worship services for centuries. In many African American traditions, gospel music is used to express joy, hope, and liberation. Religious holidays and celebrations offer opportunities for community gatherings, spiritual reflection, and the sharing of traditions. They connect people across generations and foster a sense of shared identity. In Judaism, Passover is a celebration of freedom and liberation, while Rosh Hashanah marks the beginning of a new year. In Islam, Eid al-Fitr celebrates the end of Ramadan with feasting and gift-giving. In Hinduism, Diwali is the festival of lights, while Navratri is a celebration of music and dance. In Buddhism, Vesak is a celebration of the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death. In conclusion, the influence of religion on culture is profound and multifaceted. Through art, music, dance, and celebrations, religion has shaped our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As we continue our exploration of the complex relationships between faith and culture, I encourage you to appreciate the diversity of human expression and to recognize the ways in which religion has enriched our shared heritage. We will explore the diverse rituals and practices that underpin many religious traditions. These practices not only foster a connection with the divine, but also offer individuals a means of personal reflection, community involvement, and spiritual growth. We will specifically discuss four key practices: prayer, meditation, fasting, and pilgrimage. Prayer is a fundamental aspect of many religions, serving as a means for individuals to connect with the divine. It can take many forms, including spoken, silent, formal, or spontaneous communication with a higher power. In Christianity, prayer may involve various methods, such as the Lord's Prayer, personal prayers of thanksgiving and supplication, or communal prayers during church services. This connection is often seen as a way to express gratitude, seek guidance, or offer petitions for oneself or others. In Islam, prayer, salah, is a structured practice observed 5 times a day. It provides Muslims with regular moments of reflection and connection with Allah, reinforcing their faith and sense of community. Judaism also places a strong emphasis on prayer, with traditional prayers such as the Shema and Amidah played crucial roles in daily and communal worship. Through prayer, Jews connect to their heritage, echoing the sentiments of gratitude, hope, and communal identity. Meditation is another significant practice, used across various religions to achieve mental clarity and spiritual awareness. It often involves focusing attention, calming the mind, and cultivating inner peace. In Buddhism, meditation is central to the practice, with techniques such as mindfulness and loving kindness meditation guiding practitioners toward deeper insights and emotional balance. These meditative practices aim to cultivate compassion and awareness while helping to alleviate suffering. Hinduism also incorporates various forms of meditation, including transcendental meditation and yoga practices that promote physical and spiritual well-being. These meditative techniques help individuals connect with their inner selves and with the divine. In Christian traditions, contemplative prayer is a form of meditation that encourages silence and stillness, allowing one's mind to settle and invite God's presence. This practice often leads to a deeper spiritual understanding and increased personal connection with God. Fasting, or the practice of abstaining from food or certain substances, is a common religious observance often associated with spiritual reflection, repentance, or purification. In Christianity, Lent is a powerful season of fasting, lasting 40 days leading up to Easter. Many Christians temporarily give up certain foods or habits as a form of penance and spiritual renewal. In Islam, fasting during the month of Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Muslims abstain from food and drink from dawn until sunset, focusing on spiritual growth, self-discipline, and empathy for those who are less fortunate. In Judaism, Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, is observed with fasting and prayer as a way to seek forgiveness and reflect on one's actions. This practice emphasizes the importance of repentance and reconciliation with God. Pilgrimage involves traveling to sacred sites for religious purposes and often serves as a transformative experience that strengthens faith and personal connection to one's religion. The Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It is a mandatory journey for Muslims who are physically and financially able to undertake it, offering a powerful opportunity for spiritual renewal and unity with fellow believers from around the world. In Christianity, many people embark on pilgrimages to sites of importance, such as the Camino de Santiago in Spain or the Holy Land, where Jesus lived and taught. These journeys provide opportunities for reflection, community, and deepened faith. Hindu pilgrimages to sacred rivers, temples, and sites, such as Varanasi or the Kumbh Mela, exemplify spiritual devotion and community involvement. These pilgrimages allow individuals to seek blessings, purify themselves, and connect with the divine through cultural practices and traditions. In conclusion, religious rituals and practices, such as prayer, meditation, fasting, and pilgrimage, play essential roles in the spiritual lives of individuals and communities. They facilitate personal connections with the divine, promote self reflection, encourage ethical living, and strengthen communities through shared experiences. As we continue our exploration of these practices, I urge you to think about the significance of rituals in your own life and how they can connect you to something greater than yourself. We will engage in a comparative analysis of three major Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, by exploring their core beliefs about God, holy texts, and the afterlife. This comparative approach will help us appreciate the unique characteristics of each tradition while also recognizing common threads and shared foundations. In Judaism, there is a profound belief in one God, referred to as Yahweh, who is the creator and sustainer of the universe. This God is indivisible, eternal, and all-powerful. The Shema, a central prayer in Judaism, affirms, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one," underscoring the monotheistic nature of the faith. The primary holy text in Judaism is the Torah, which consists of the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Pentateuch. The Hebrew Bible, or Tanakh, also includes the Nevi'im prophets and Ketuvim writings. These texts provide the foundation for Jewish law, history, and ethics. Traditional Jewish beliefs about the afterlife include the concept of Sheol, a shadowy realm, Gan Eden paradise, and Gehenna, a place of purification. The belief in the resurrection of the dead and a future judgment day is also part of Jewish eschatology, particularly prominent in some branches of Judaism. Christianity also affirms belief in one God, but it introduces the concept of the Trinity, one God existing in three co-equal persons, the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. While still monotheistic, this Trinitarian view is a distinguishing feature of Christian theology. The holy text of Christianity is the Bible, which includes both the Old Testament, largely shared with the Hebrew Bible, and the New Testament. The New Testament contains the Gospels, accounts of Jesus' life and teachings, the Acts of the Apostles, epistles, letters from early Christian leaders, and the Book of Revelation. Christianity teaches that after death, individuals will be judged by God, and their eternal destiny will be determined based on their faith and actions. The righteous will enter heaven, eternal communion with God, while the unrepentant will face eternal separation from God in hell. Similarly, Islam upholds the belief in one God, known as Allah, who is the creator, sustainer, and judge of the universe. Muslims believe that Allah is unique, transcendent, and without any partners or equals. The concept of Tawhid, the oneness of God, is the central tenet of Islam. In Islam, the Quran is believed to be the direct word of God as revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. Muslims consider the Quran to be the final and complete revelation of God's will, superseding previous scriptures. Islam outlines a belief in a day of judgment, Yawm al-Qiyamah, when all humanity will be resurrected and judged by Allah. Those who have lived righteous lives, demonstrated through their faith and good deeds, will enter paradise, Jannah, while those who have rejected Allah's guidance will be condemned to hell, Jahannam. In conclusion, while Judaism, Christianity, and Islam share a common Abrahamic heritage, each has unique beliefs about God, sacred texts, and the afterlife. Judaism emphasizes the oneness of God and adherence to the Torah. Christianity introduces the concept of the Trinity and the importance of faith in Jesus Christ, and Islam centers on submission to Allah and the authority of the Quran. Understanding these similarities and differences is essential for fostering interreligious dialogue and appreciation. We will delve into the concepts of religion and spirituality, examining their definitions, their interplay, and how they contribute to individual and collective experiences of meaning and purpose. As we navigate this topic, We will highlight three key themes: spiritual connection, inner transformation, and religious practice. At the heart of spirituality is the quest for a deeper understanding of life's meaning and one's place in the universe. Spirituality often involves a personal connection to something greater than oneself. This connection may manifest as a sense of belonging to the universe, a higher power, nature, or humanity as a whole. Spirituality is inherently subjective and can vary widely from person to person. Some may find their spiritual connection through traditional religious practices, while others may seek it through meditation, nature, artistic expression, or philosophical inquiry. This quest encourages individuals to explore their beliefs, values, and experiences in pursuit of purpose and fulfillment. While religion often provides a structured path to spiritual connection, spirituality allows for personal freedom and authenticity. For many, spirituality transcends the confines of organized religion, prioritizing personal experience and introspection. Spirituality is also characterized by a profound process of inner transformation. This journey often involves seeking personal growth, enlightenment, or a deeper understanding of oneself and the universe. Individuals engaged in spiritual practices may embark on a path of self-discovery, recognizing the need to let go of limiting beliefs, cultivate self-awareness, and embrace compassion and empathy. This transformative process can lead to greater emotional resilience, holistic well-being, and a sense of interconnectedness with others in the world. In many spiritual traditions, this inner transformation is seen as essential for achieving a higher state of consciousness or enlightenment. For example, practices like meditation, mindfulness, and reflection are integral to various traditions, allowing individuals to journey inward, confront their fears, and develop a deeper awareness of their thoughts and feelings. While spirituality emphasizes individual exploration of meaning, religious practice provides a structured framework that can support and nurture spiritual growth. Organized religions offer a rich tapestry of rituals, beliefs, sacred texts, and community support that guide adherents in their spiritual journeys. Religious practices, such as prayer, worship, sacraments, and communal gatherings, often serve as a means of connecting to the divine, fostering a sense of belonging and building community. Many religious traditions also emphasize ethical and moral teachings that encourage individuals to lead lives of compassion, service, and integrity. For those who align their spirituality with a particular religion, the rituals and teachings provide avenues for exploration and expression. Religious communities create a space for shared experiences, deeper understanding, and mutual support, enriching the spiritual lives of their members. In conclusion, the concepts of religion and spirituality are intertwined yet distinct. Spirituality represents an individual journey seeking connection, meaning, and inner transformation, while religion offers a structured framework of practices and beliefs to support that exploration. Understanding these dynamics allows us to appreciate the diversity of human experience in the quest for spiritual fulfillment, as well as the role of community and tradition. As we move forward, I encourage you to reflect on your own spiritual journey and the practices and communities that resonate with you. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to our next session as we explore more about the interplay between spirituality and religion in various cultural contexts. We will examine the intricate relationship between psychology and religious experience. Understanding the psychological dimensions of religion can provide valuable insights into how individuals interpret, emotionally respond to, and socially engage with their faith. We will discuss three key components: cognitive processes, emotional responses, and social influence. Religious experiences are fundamentally rooted in cognitive processes that encompass belief, interpretation, and meaning making. At the core of any religious experience is the individual's belief system, which frames their understanding of the world and their place within it. Belief is a powerful cognitive construct that influences how individuals perceive reality. For example, belief in a higher power can shape not only an individual's worldview, but also their daily behaviors and decisions. Cognitive psychology explores how these beliefs are formed, maintained, and sometimes altered through personal experiences, social interactions, and exposure to new information. Interpretation plays a critical role in religious experiences. Individuals may interpret events as divine interventions, signs, or miracles, which can reinforce their faith and guide their actions. In this process, people engage in meaning making, an active attempt to understand and contextualize their experiences within their belief system. This meaning making process can provide comfort and hope, particularly in times of crisis or uncertainty. Religious experiences often evoke intense emotional responses that can significantly impact individual well being and a sense of purpose. Emotions such as awe, reverence, joy, and peace are commonly associated with moments of spiritual connection. Awe, in particular, can be a transformative experience that heightens awareness of the vastness of the universe and one's own existence within it. This sense of wonder can lead to feelings of interconnectedness with others and the cosmos, fostering a deeper appreciation for life. Joy and peace can also emerge from religious practices such as prayer, meditation, or communal worship. These practices often create a space for individuals to concentrate, reflect, and find stillness in their lives. The emotional responses elicited during these experiences can enhance overall mental health, promoting feelings of fulfillment and contentment. Conversely, religious experiences can also evoke negative emotions, such as fear or guilt, particularly when individuals grapple with moral dilemmas or conflicts within their belief systems. Understanding these emotional dynamics is vital, as they can profoundly influence one's mental health and relationship with faith. Religious experiences are, in many ways, shaped by social factors, including community, tradition, and cultural influences. Religion is inherently communal, and individuals often engage in shared rituals, celebrations, and worship practices that foster a sense of belonging and identity. Being part of a religious community provides social support, encouragement, and collective reinforcement of beliefs. This sense of belonging can create a secure environment for members to explore their spirituality, seek guidance, and share personal experiences. Social bonds formed within these communities can strengthen individuals' commitment to their faith and enhance their overall well being. Cultural influences also play a significant role in shaping religious experiences. Different cultural contexts can modify the way individuals express and interpret their beliefs, rituals, and spiritual practices. The norms, values, and traditions of a culture can influence how people experience and articulate their faith. Furthermore, religious leaders and texts have considerable influence over individual interpretations and emotional responses. The teachings of these leaders often provide theological frameworks that shape the community's understanding of critical issues, guiding members towards specific emotional reactions. In conclusion, the psychology of religious experience encompasses a complex interplay of cognitive processes, emotional responses, and social influences. By studying these components, we gain insight into how beliefs are formed and maintained, the emotional significance of religious practices, and the essential role of community in shaping individual spiritual experiences. As we continue our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences with religion and spirituality, and how cognitive, emotional, and social factors may have shaped those experiences. We will explore the intersection of religion and social justice. Throughout history, religion has been a driving force behind movements for social change, motivating individuals and organizations to advocate for the marginalized, promote equality, and work towards a more just and equitable society. We will focus on three central aspects: advocacy for the marginalized, moral imperative, and social change. One of the most significant ways religion has impacted society is through its role in advocating for the rights and well being of the marginalized, the poor, and the oppressed. Throughout history, religious teachings have inspired people to challenge injustice, inequality, and discrimination. In the United States, the civil rights movement provides a compelling example of how religion can motivate social change. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., a Baptist minister, drew on Christian teachings of love, justice, and equality to advocate for the end of segregation and racial discrimination. His powerful speeches and nonviolent resistance tactics resonated with people across different faiths and backgrounds, leading to significant legislative changes. Similarly, religious organizations have historically played a vital role in supporting the poor and vulnerable. From providing food and shelter to offering education and healthcare, faith-based charities and aid organizations have been at the forefront of efforts to alleviate poverty and suffering. These efforts are often rooted in religious teachings that emphasize compassion, empathy, and the inherent dignity of all human beings. Globally, religious activists and organizations have been instrumental in advocating for the rights of marginalized groups, including refugees, immigrants, and indigenous population. They have worked to raise awareness about issues such as human trafficking, gender inequality, and environmental destruction, calling for policy changes and collective action to address these pressing challenges. For many religions, social justice is not simply an option, but a moral imperative. Rooted in their theological and ethical teachings, these faiths emphasize the importance of caring for the less fortunate, promoting equality, and working towards a more just and equitable society. In Judaism, the concept of tikkun olam, which means repairing the world, calls on individuals to engage in acts of social justice and environmental stewardship. This belief inspires Jews to work towards creating a more just and compassionate world by addressing issues such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. Islam also places a strong emphasis on social justice, with teachings that promote equality, fairness, and compassion for all. Zakat, one of the five pillars of Islam, requires Muslims to give a portion of their wealth to the poor and needy, promoting economic justice and social welfare. Additionally, Islamic law provides guidelines for fair treatment of workers, protection of the environment, and ethical business practices. Similarly, Christian teachings emphasize the importance of caring for the poor, the sick, and the marginalized. The parable of the Good Samaritan in the New Testament illustrates the importance of compassion and helping those in need, regardless of their background or social status. Many Christian denominations have established social justice ministries and advocacy groups that work to address issues such as poverty, inequality, and human rights. Religious organizations and individuals have played a transformative role in promoting social change, advocating for human rights, poverty reduction, and environmental protection. They have leveraged their moral authority, community networks, and advocacy skills to influence public policy and shape public opinion. One example is the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa, where religious leaders like Archbishop Desmond Tutu used their moral influence to challenge racial segregation and oppression. The churches became a sanctuary for activists, and religious communities played a crucial role in mobilizing international support for the anti-apartheid cause. In the area of environmental protection, religious organizations have increasingly recognized the importance of addressing climate change and preserving natural resources. They have launched campaigns to promote sustainable living, reduce carbon emissions, and protect biodiversity. These efforts are often rooted in religious teachings about stewardship, responsibility for creation, and the interconnectedness of all life. In conclusion, religion and social justice are deeply intertwined. Throughout history, religion has motivated individuals and organizations to advocate for the marginalized, promote equality, and work towards a more just and equitable society. By understanding the moral imperative that drives this activism and the transformative role of religious communities, we gain a deeper appreciation for the power of faith to shape our world for the better. As we continue our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on the role of religion in promoting social justice in your own community and beyond. We will delve into the intricate and often contentious relationship between religion and politics. This relationship has shaped societies throughout history, influencing everything from laws and policies to social movements and cultural norms. In many democracies, the principle of separation of church and state seeks to define the boundaries between religious institutions and governmental authority. However, religion continues to exert a significant influence on political discourse, and religious groups often advocate for their values and beliefs in the political arena. Let's explore these dynamics in more detail. The principle of separation of church and state is a foundational concept in many democracies, designed to safeguard religious freedom and prevent governmental interference in religious matters. This principle aims to protect individuals' rights to practice their faith without coercion or discrimination, as well as to ensure that government policies are not unduly influenced by religious doctrine. In the United States, the First Amendment to the Constitution includes two key clauses related to religious freedom: the Establishment Clause, which prohibits the government from establishing an official religion, and the Free Exercise Clause, which protects individuals' right to practice their religion freely. These clauses have been interpreted and applied in numerous court cases, shaping the relationship between religion and government in the country. However, the interpretation of separation of church and state remains a topic of ongoing debate. Some argue for a strict separation, emphasizing the need to keep religion entirely out of government affairs. Others advocate for a more accommodating approach, suggesting that government can recognize and support religious values as long as it does not discriminate against any particular faith. Despite the principle of separation of church and state, religion continues to exert a powerful influence on political discourse and decision making in many societies. Religious beliefs often shape individuals' views on a wide range of issues, including abortion, same sex marriage, environmental protection, and the role of government in society. In the United States, for example, religious conservatives have been active in advocating for policies that reflect their values on issues such as abortion, school prayer, and family values. At the same time, religious liberals have been vocal in advocating for social justice, environmental protection, and economic equality, drawing on their faith traditions to support these causes. In other parts of the world, religion plays an even more prominent role in politics. In some countries, religious law, such as Sharia law in some Muslim majority nations, serves as the basis for the legal system. In others, religious leaders may wield significant political influence, shaping public opinion and influencing government policies. Religious groups often engage in political advocacy to promote their values and beliefs in the public arena. They may lobby lawmakers, organize protests, support political candidates, and mobilize their members to vote. These activities aim to influence policy decisions and shape the direction of society. In the United States, numerous religious organizations are active in politics, representing a wide range of theological and political perspectives. These groups advocate for policies that align with their values on issues such as religious freedom, social justice, and moral issues. They often work through lobbying organizations, political action committees, PACs, and grassroots campaigns to advance their agendas. Globally, religious groups have also played a significant role in promoting social change and advocating for human rights. Religious organizations have been at the forefront of movements for peace, democracy, and environmental protection, drawing on their moral authority and community networks to influence public opinion and policy. In conclusion, the relationship between religion and politics is complex and multifaceted. While the principle of separation of church and state seeks to define the boundaries between religious institutions and governmental authority, religion continues to influence political discourse and decision making in many societies. Understanding these dynamics is essential for navigating the challenges and opportunities of a diverse and pluralistic world. As we continue our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on the role of religion in shaping political beliefs and policies in your own community and country. We will tackle one of the most enduring and often debated topics: the relationship between science and religion. Are these two domains inherently in conflict, or can they coexist in harmony? Science seeks to understand the natural world through observation, experimentation, and reason, while religion explores the spiritual dimension of human existence, addressing questions of meaning, purpose, and the nature of reality. This lecture will explore these seemingly divergent perspectives and consider the potential for dialogue and mutual understanding. Science, at its core, is a systematic approach to understanding the natural world. It relies on empirical evidence gathered through observation, experimentation, and rigorous analysis. Scientific inquiry seeks to uncover the laws and principles that govern the universe, from the smallest subatomic particles to the vast expanse of galaxies. The scientific method involves formulating hypotheses, designing experiments to test those hypotheses, analyzing the results, and drawing conclusions based on the evidence. This process is characterized by skepticism, critical thinking, and a commitment to objectivity. Scientific knowledge is constantly evolving as new discoveries are made and existing theories are refined or replaced. Science has made tremendous strides in understanding the natural world, leading to technological advancements that have transformed human society. From medicine and engineering to communication and transportation, science has improved countless lives and expanded our understanding of the universe. Religion, on the other hand, explores the spiritual dimension of human existence, addressing questions of meaning, purpose, and the nature of reality that often lie beyond the scope of scientific inquiry. Religious faith offers a framework for understanding the universe and our place within it, often based on sacred texts, traditions, and personal experiences. Religion provides individuals with a sense of belonging, community, and moral guidance. It offers answers to fundamental questions about the origin of the universe, the meaning of life, and what happens after death. Religious beliefs shape individuals' values, behaviors, and worldview, influencing their relationships with others and their interactions with the world. While science relies on empirical evidence and reason, religion often relies on faith, intuition, and revelation. Religious truths are often considered to be revealed or inspired by a higher power rather than discovered through scientific investigation. This difference in methodology is one of the primary sources of tension between science and religion. Despite the apparent differences between science and religion, many scholars and practitioners believe that these two domains are not necessarily in conflict. Dialogue and mutual understanding can bridge the gap between these seemingly divergent perspectives, allowing for a more holistic and integrated worldview. One approach is to recognize that science and religion address different types of questions. Science deals with questions of how the universe works, while religion deals with questions of why it exists and what our purpose is within it. In this view, science and religion can coexist as complementary ways of understanding the world, each with its own distinct domain of inquiry. Another approach is to emphasize the shared values and goals of science and religion. Both seek to understand the universe, promote human well-being, and encourage ethical behavior. By focusing on these commonalities, it is possible to foster a sense of mutual respect and collaboration between scientists and religious leaders. Furthermore, some religious traditions have embraced scientific discoveries and integrated them into their theological framework. They see science as a means of revealing God's creation and deepening our understanding of the divine. Similarly, some scientists have drawn inspiration from religious or spiritual experiences, finding that faith can provide a sense of awe, wonder, and humility in the face of the mysteries of the universe. In conclusion, the relationship between science and religion is complex and multifaceted. While there may be tensions and disagreements between these two domains, dialogue and mutual understanding can bridge the gap between them. By recognizing their distinct roles, shared values, and potential for collaboration, we can foster a more integrated and holistic understanding of the world and our place within it. As we continue our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on your own views about the relationship between science and religion and consider the potential for dialogue and harmony between these two important domains. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to our next session as we further investigate the intersection of science, religion, and human experience. We will embark on a journey through the world's religious calendars, exploring the rich tapestry of holidays and celebrations that mark the passage of time and connect communities to their faith traditions. Religious holidays and celebrations provide opportunities for spiritual reflection, communal gatherings, cultural expression, and the sharing of traditions across generations. Let's delve into the significance of these events and the diversity of ways they are observed. Many religious holidays and celebrations are rooted in profound spiritual themes, offering individuals and communities a chance to reflect on core beliefs, values, and the meaning of life. These occasions often serve as a reminder of the importance of faith, devotion, and ethical living. Yom Kippur, Judaism, known as the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur is a solemn occasion for repentance, self-reflection, and seeking forgiveness from God for sins committed during the past year. Observant Jews spend the day fasting, praying, and attending synagogue services, engaging in deep introspection and committing to moral improvement. Lent, Christianity. Lent is a 40-day period of reflection, repentance, and spiritual discipline, observed by many Christians leading up to Easter. During Lent, individuals often fast, pray, and engage in acts of charity and service, seeking to deepen their relationship with God and prepare themselves for the celebration of Christ's resurrection. Ramadan, Islam. Ramadan is a month-long period of fasting, prayer, and reflection observed by Muslims worldwide. During Ramadan, Muslims abstain from food, drink, and other physical needs from dawn until sunset, focusing on spiritual growth, self-discipline, and empathy for those who are less fortunate. Religious holidays and celebrations often provide opportunities for communal gatherings, bringing together families, friends, and members of the community to share in fellowship, worship, and celebration. These gatherings strengthen social bonds, promote a sense of belonging, and reinforce shared cultural identity. Passover, Judaism. Passover is a week-long festival that commemorates the exodus of the Israelites from slavery in ancient Egypt. Families gather together for a Seder meal, during which they retell the story of the Exodus, sing traditional songs, and enjoy symbolic foods that represent different aspects of the Exodus narrative. Christmas, Christianity. Christmas is a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, observed by Christians around the world on December 25th. Families often gather together for festive meals, exchange gifts, attend church services, and decorate their homes with Christmas trees and lights. Eid al-Fitr, Islam. Eid al-Fitr marks the end of Ramadan and is celebrated with joyful festivities, including special prayers, family gatherings, feasting, and gift-giving. Muslims often visit mosques to offer prayers of gratitude and spend time with loved ones, sharing meals and exchanging greetings of Eid Mubarak, Blessed Eid. Religious holidays and celebrations are often intertwined with cultural traditions, providing opportunities for artistic expression, culinary creativity, and the passing down of customs from one generation to the next. These cultural expressions add richness and diversity to religious observances, reflecting the unique history and heritage of different communities. Diwali, Hinduism. Diwali, the Festival of Lights, is celebrated by Hindus, Sikhs, and Jains across the world. It symbolizes the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. Celebrations include lighting diyas, oil lamps, decorating homes with colorful rangoli designs, exchanging gifts and sweets, and setting off fireworks. Chinese New Year, various religions, also known as the Spring Festival. Chinese New Year is celebrated by people of Chinese descent around the world, including those of Buddhist, Taoist, and Confucian faiths. The festival is marked by family reunions, dragon and lion dances, red envelopes filled with money, and the preparation of traditional foods such as dumplings and spring rolls. In conclusion, religious holidays and celebrations play a vital role in shaping individual and communal identities, reinforcing spiritual values, and promoting cultural continuity. These events provide opportunities for reflection, connection, and celebration, enriching the lives of people across the globe. As we conclude our exploration, I encourage you to appreciate the diversity of religious holidays and celebrations, and to recognize the common threads that unite us in our shared humanity. We will explore the role and significance of religious texts and scriptures in shaping the beliefs, practices, and worldviews of various faith traditions. Sacred texts serve as a primary source of guidance, inspiration, and authority for believers, providing insights into the nature of God, the meaning of life, and the path to spiritual fulfillment. We will focus on four key texts: the Torah, the Bible, the Quran, and the Bhagavad Gita. The Torah, which comprises the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, is considered the foundation of Judaism. It is revered as the Word of God, revealed to Moses on Mount Sinai, and contains the laws, stories, and teachings that guide Jewish life and belief. The Torah provides a narrative of the creation of the world, the covenant between God and Abraham, the exodus from Egypt, and the giving of the Ten Commandments. It also outlines the laws and rituals governing Jewish worship, dietary practices, and ethical conduct. The Torah is traditionally handwritten on parchment scrolls and read aloud in synagogues during Sabbath and holiday services. It is considered the most sacred text in Judaism, embodying the essence of Jewish faith and identity. The Bible, consisting of the Old Testament and the New Testament, is the sacred text of Christianity. The Old Testament shares much of its content with the Hebrew Bible, recounting the history of Israel, the laws and prophets, and the relationship between God and humanity. The New Testament centers on the life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, whom Christians believe to be the Son of God and the Messiah. It includes the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which provide accounts of Jesus' ministry, as well as the Acts of the Apostles, epistles, letters written by early Christian leaders, and the Book of Revelation. The Bible is regarded by Christians as the inspired Word of God, providing guidance for faith, morality, and salvation. It has been translated into countless languages and has had a profound impact on Western culture, art, literature, and ethics. The Quran, the central text of Islam, is believed by Muslims to be the Word of God, Allah, revealed to the Prophet Muhammad through the angel Gabriel. It is regarded as the final and complete revelation of God's message to humanity, superseding previous scriptures. The Quran contains teachings on faith, morality, law, and worship, providing guidance for Muslims in all aspects of life. It emphasizes the oneness of God, Tawhid, the importance of prayer, charity, and fasting, and the need to live a life of righteousness and compassion. The Quran is written in Arabic and is traditionally recited and memorized by Muslims around the world. It is considered the ultimate authority in Islamic law, theology, and ethics, shaping the beliefs and practices of Muslims across diverse cultures and regions. The Bhagavad Gita, meaning the Song of God, is a sacred text in Hinduism that forms part of the larger epic, the Mahabharata. It presents a dialogue between Prince Arjuna and Lord Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, offering insights on dharma, duty, karma, action, and the path to liberation, moksha. The Bhagavad Gita explores various paths to spiritual realization, including the path of action, karma yoga, the path of knowledge, jnana yoga, and the path of devotion, bhakti yoga. It emphasizes the importance of fulfilling one's duty with detachment, cultivating inner peace, and surrendering to the divine will. The Bhagavad Gita is revered by Hindus as a profound source of wisdom, offering guidance for living a meaningful and fulfilling life in accordance with Dharma and spiritual principles. It has been translated into numerous languages and has influenced philosophical and spiritual thought across cultures and traditions. In conclusion, religious texts and scriptures play a vital role in shaping the beliefs, practices, and worldviews of various faith traditions. The Torah, the Bible, the Quran, and the Bhagavad Gita represent just a few examples of the rich diversity of sacred texts that have guided humanity throughout history. By studying and reflecting on these texts, we can gain a deeper understanding of the human quest for meaning, purpose, and spiritual fulfillment. As we conclude our exploration, I encourage you to appreciate the richness and complexity of religious texts and scriptures, and to recognize the profound influence they have had on individuals, cultures, and societies across the globe. We will explore the multifaceted roles of women in religion throughout history and in contemporary society. Women have been integral to the development, expression, and practice of various faiths, serving as leaders, teachers, caregivers, and advocates. Despite often facing challenges and limitations, women have made significant contributions to the spiritual life and social fabric of religious communities. We will focus on three key aspects: religious leadership, religious roles, and feminist theology. Throughout history, women have played significant roles in religious leadership, serving as prophets, teachers, and spiritual guides. Their contributions have shaped the development and expression of many faiths, even in traditions where formal leadership roles have been traditionally reserved for men. In ancient times, women like Miriam in the Hebrew Bible served as prophets, inspiring and guiding the Israelites. In early Christianity, women like Mary Magdalene were among Jesus' closest followers and played key roles in spreading the gospel. In some indigenous religions, women serve as shamans or medicine women, using their spiritual gifts to heal the sick, communicate with the spirit world, and maintain harmony within their communities. Even in religious traditions where women are excluded from formal leadership positions, they often exercise influence as teachers, mentors, and caregivers, shaping the spiritual lives of others through their wisdom, compassion, and example. Women hold diverse roles in religious communities, participating in worship, rituals, and charitable work. They contribute to the spiritual life and the social fabric of religious organizations, enriching the community through their unique perspectives and talents. Women often serve as caretakers of religious traditions, preserving cultural heritage and transmitting religious knowledge from one generation to the next. They teach children about their faith, prepare meals for religious holidays, and maintain sacred spaces. In many religious communities, women are active in charitable work, providing support to the poor, the sick, and the marginalized. They volunteer their time, donate their resources, and advocate for social justice, putting their faith into action to make a positive difference in the world. Women also participate in religious rituals and ceremonies, singing in choirs, leading prayers, and performing acts of devotion. Their participation enhances the beauty and meaning of worship services, creating a sense of community and connection. Feminist theology examines religious texts and traditions from a feminist perspective, challenging gender inequalities and advocating for greater inclusivity and equality in religious practices. It seeks to reclaim women's voices and experiences, reinterpreting sacred texts in ways that affirm women's dignity and worth. Feminist theologians critique patriarchal interpretations of religious texts and traditions that have historically marginalized women, perpetuating sexism, discrimination, and violence. They advocate for a more inclusive and egalitarian understanding of God, challenging traditional notions of male dominance and promoting a vision of divine partnership and collaboration. Feminist theology also examines the role of women in religious leadership, challenging barriers to women's ordination and advocating for greater representation and participation in decision-making processes. It seeks to create religious communities where women are valued, respected, and empowered to use their gifts and talents for the good of all. In conclusion, women have played and continue to play vital roles in religion, serving as leaders, teachers, caregivers, and advocates. Their contributions have shaped the development and expression of many faiths, enriching the spiritual life and social fabric of religious communities. By understanding the diverse roles of women in religion and embracing feminist perspectives that promote inclusivity and equality, we can create a more just and compassionate world for all. As we conclude our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on the experiences of women in your own religious traditions and consider how you can support their empowerment and participation in religious life. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to our next session as we further explore the complex intersection of religion, gender, and society. We will explore the complex and often nuanced relationship between religion and mental health. While the connection between faith and well-being is deeply personal, it is essential to recognize the ways in which religion can influence mental health, both positively and negatively. We will focus on three key aspects: spiritual well-being, social support, and mental health challenges. Religion can play a significant role in promoting spiritual well-being, which is characterized by a sense of purpose, meaning, and hope. It provides a framework for coping with life's challenges and finding solace in times of adversity, offering individuals a way to connect with something greater than themselves. Religious beliefs and practices can provide individuals with a sense of meaning and purpose, helping them to understand their place in the world and find fulfillment in their lives. This sense of purpose can be particularly important during times of transition, loss, or uncertainty, providing individuals with a foundation of strength and resilience. Religion also offers a framework for coping with stress and adversity. Prayer, meditation, and other spiritual practices can help individuals to calm their minds, reduce anxiety, and cultivate inner peace. Religious teachings often emphasize the importance of gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion, which can promote positive emotions and enhance overall well being. Additionally, religion can provide a sense of hope, inspiring individuals to persevere through difficult times and believe in a brighter future. This hope can be particularly valuable for those facing chronic illness, grief, or other significant challenges, offering them a sense of comfort and encouragement. Religious communities often provide social support networks, offering a sense of belonging, connection, and shared values. These networks can offer comfort and guidance during difficult times, reducing feelings of isolation and promoting overall well being. Religious communities provide opportunities for individuals to connect with others who share their beliefs and values, creating a sense of belonging and mutual support. These connections can be particularly important for those who may feel marginalized or isolated in other areas of their lives, offering them a safe and supportive environment. Religious communities also offer opportunities for individuals to participate in acts of service and outreach, giving them a sense of purpose and contributing to the well being of others. These activities can enhance self esteem, reduce feelings of loneliness, and promote a sense of connection to the wider community. Moreover, religious leaders and counselors can provide guidance and support to individuals facing personal challenges, offering them a compassionate ear, spiritual wisdom, and practical advice. These resources can be invaluable during times of crisis, providing individuals with the tools they need to cope and heal. While religion can be a source of comfort and support for individuals facing mental health challenges, it is important to recognize that religious beliefs and practices can also be a source of stress or conflict for some. For example, individuals may struggle with feelings of guilt, shame, or doubt related to their faith, or they may experience conflict between their religious beliefs and their personal values. It is also important to recognize that religious communities may not always be welcoming or supportive of individuals with mental health challenges. Stigma and discrimination can prevent people from seeking help, and some religious teachings may perpetuate harmful stereotypes or misconceptions about mental illness. However, many religious organizations are working to promote mental health awareness and provide support to individuals and families affected by mental illness. They are offering education, counseling, and advocacy services, as well as creating welcoming and inclusive communities where individuals can find acceptance and understanding. In conclusion, the relationship between religion and mental health is complex and multifaceted. While religion can promote spiritual well being, provide social support, and offer comfort and guidance for individuals facing mental health challenges, it is important to recognize that religious beliefs and practices can also be a source of stress or conflict for some. By understanding these dynamics and promoting open dialogue, we can foster a more supportive and compassionate environment for individuals of all faiths and backgrounds. As we conclude our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on the role of religion in your own mental health and well being, and to consider how you can support those who may be struggling. As the world faces increasingly urgent environmental challenges, religious traditions are playing a growing role in promoting conservation, sustainability, and responsible resource management. We will focus on three key aspects: stewardship of creation, environmental ethics, and environmental activism. Many religions emphasize the importance of caring for the natural world, viewing it as a gift from the divine or a sacred space to be respected and protected. This concept of stewardship calls on individuals and communities to act as caretakers of the earth, preserving its resources for future generations. In Judaism and Christianity, the concept of stewardship is rooted in the creation narrative in the book of Genesis, where God entrusts humanity with dominion over the earth. This dominion is not seen as license to exploit and destroy, but rather as a responsibility to care for and cultivate the land, ensuring its health and productivity. In Islam, the Quran emphasizes the importance of balance and harmony in the natural world, and Muslims are called to be mindful of their impact on the environment. The concept of khalifa, or stewardship, calls on Muslims to act as responsible caretakers of the earth, protecting its resources and preserving its beauty. In Hinduism and Buddhism, reverence for nature is deeply ingrained in religious teachings. The interconnectedness of all living beings is emphasized, and harming the environment is seen as harming oneself and future generations. Practices such as vegetarianism, ahimsa, nonviolence, and mindfulness are encouraged as ways of living in harmony with nature. Religious teachings often provide ethical frameworks for environmental stewardship, advocating for sustainability, conservation, and responsible resource management. These frameworks offer guidance for making ethical decisions about how to interact with the natural world, promoting values such as respect, responsibility, and justice. Many religious traditions emphasize the importance of sustainability, which means meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This concept is reflected in teachings about conservation, resource management, and responsible consumption. Religious teachings also advocate for justice in environmental matters, recognizing that the impacts of environmental degradation often disproportionately affect marginalized communities. Environmental justice seeks to ensure that all people have access to clean air, water, and other essential resources, regardless of their race, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. Additionally, many religious traditions emphasize the importance of valuing the intrinsic worth of all living beings, not just their usefulness to humans. This perspective calls for a shift away from anthropocentrism, human centeredness, towards a more biocentric, life centered, or ecocentric, ecosystem centered worldview. Religious organizations and individuals are increasingly involved in environmental activism, working to address climate change, protect biodiversity, and promote sustainable practices. They are leveraging their moral authority, community networks, and advocacy skills to influence public policy and raise awareness about environmental issues. Religious leaders are speaking out on climate change, calling on governments, businesses, and individuals to take action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and transition to a clean energy economy. They are also mobilizing their congregations to participate in climate marches, lobbying efforts, and other forms of advocacy. Religious organizations are also investing in renewable energy projects, promoting sustainable agriculture practices, and advocating for conservation policies at the local, national, and international level. They are using their financial resources and institutional capacity to support environmental initiatives that align with their values. Additionally, religious communities are creating educational programs and outreach campaigns to raise awareness about environmental issues and inspire individuals to take personal action, such as reducing their carbon footprint, conserving water, and supporting sustainable businesses. In conclusion, religion and environmental stewardship are deeply intertwined. By emphasizing the importance of caring for creation, providing ethical frameworks for environmental responsibility, and engaging in environmental activism, religious traditions are playing a vital role in promoting a more sustainable and just world. As we conclude our exploration, I encourage you to reflect on how your own values and beliefs can inform your approach to environmental stewardship. As societies become more religiously pluralistic, the ability to engage constructively with people of different faiths becomes essential for fostering peace, understanding, and social harmony. We will discuss how interfaith initiatives promote communication, collaboration, and the recognition of shared values among different faith communities, all working towards a more inclusive and cooperative society. Interfaith dialogue is a process of respectful communication and exchange between individuals and groups of different religious beliefs. It aims to promote mutual understanding, dispel stereotypes, and build relationships based on trust and respect. In a world often marked by religious conflict and misunderstanding, interfaith dialogue serves as a vital tool for bridging divides and fostering empathy. One of the primary goals of interfaith dialogue is to create opportunities for people of different faiths to learn about each other's beliefs, practices, and values. By engaging in open and honest conversations, participants can gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and diversity of religious traditions, challenging preconceived notions and stereotypes. Interfaith dialogue also provides a platform for addressing common challenges and concerns. By working together on issues such as poverty, inequality, and environmental sustainability, people of different faiths can find common ground and build bridges of cooperation, demonstrating that religious diversity can be a source of strength rather than division. Effective interfaith dialogue requires a commitment to certain principles and practices that promote mutual respect, understanding, and collaboration. These include now respect, approaching dialogue with an attitude of respect for the beliefs and practices of others, even when they differ from one's own. Empathy, seeking to understand the perspectives and experiences of others, putting oneself in their shoes, and recognizing their shared humanity. Honesty, being open and honest about one's own beliefs and values, while also being willing to listen and learn from others. Humility, acknowledging the limits of one's own knowledge and understanding, and being open to new perspectives and insights. Collaboration, working together to find common ground and address shared challenges, building relationships based on trust and mutual support. Interfaith cooperation goes beyond dialogue to involve joint action and collaboration on projects that benefit the wider community. By working together, people of different faiths can leverage their collective resources, skills, and networks to address pressing social issues and promote positive change. Interfaith initiatives have been successful in addressing a wide range of issues, including poverty alleviation, disaster relief, environmental conservation, and conflict resolution. By working together, people of different faiths can demonstrate the power of cooperation and inspire others to join in their efforts. Interfaith cooperation also helps to build social capital and strengthen community resilience. By fostering relationships across religious divides, it creates a more inclusive and cohesive society where people are more likely to trust and support each other. Despite its many benefits, interfaith dialogue and cooperation can also face significant challenges. These include now religious extremism, extremist ideologies that promote intolerance, hatred, and violence towards people of other faiths, historical conflicts, lingering resentments and mistrust stemming from past conflicts between religious groups, power imbalances, unequal distribution of resources and influence among different faith communities, lack of awareness, limited understanding and appreciation of religious diversity among the wider population. Overcoming these challenges requires a concerted effort from individuals, organizations, and governments to promote religious literacy, combat prejudice and discrimination, and foster a culture of respect and understanding. In conclusion, interfaith dialogue and cooperation are essential for fostering peace and understanding in a world increasingly marked by religious diversity. By promoting communication, collaboration, and shared values among different faith communities, we can work towards a more harmonious and inclusive society. As we conclude our exploration, I encourage you to seek out opportunities to engage in interfaith dialogue and cooperation in your own communities. By building relationships with people of different faiths, you can contribute to a more peaceful, just, and compassionate world.